Testing, 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 testing. Why is this so low quality? Is that the highest? Okay, no, I do have higher. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hello. I decided I would stream today because I thought it's my day off. I was gonna go up and do some shopping today. Decided that that wasn't gonna happen. So instead, I decided to do some chores, and now I'm doing this. I'm gonna turn that up real fast. Okay. Um. So, oh well, that's a little too high. I think maybe a little too high. So, um, let's see here. I gotta play the game first. Gotta wait for it to do its thingamajiggy. This is so weird because normally when I stream, I'm streaming on Twitch, and I haven't streamed on Twitch in forever. But normally, like, I'm used to the way that I have things set up on Twitch, so this is like completely new territory for me almost. Um, I am not used to this. Couple things to know: I will not be using the new textures that Java has. Um, I will also be telling you about my pack that is coming out at some point this year, um, as well as a couple other things. So um, let me figure this out real fast. So how do I do this? Oops, I'm not doing it right. Okay. Okay, there we go. That was weird. That enhanced. You can turn off auto HDR at any time. Okay. Here we go, y'allers. Here we go. So first of all, a little update for you on where I've been. Because I feel like I always have to come on here and update you guys on what I've been doing lately because um, I just feel like I have to. You know, that's a little laggy. Only reason why it's laggy, I guess I could turn off the stream from here. I don't need to have it going. That might make it less laggy for you guys. Um anyways, so what was I gonna say? Oh, um there's just a lot that's been going on lately. I've been focusing on work, you know, so I would like to focus more on uploading and things like that, but you know, honestly, it's like there was a point where I was just working like 45 hours a week, like everybody else, basically, you know, and I had no time to do anything with the schedule that I had. Um, so, because I just come home and I'd be so tired. Um, but yeah, so this is I you know I I have to explain this to you because this only makes sense in my mind. Um, that this is a this is the Java version, and the Java version of this world, which is this was the original world from the 360. Okay, the Java version of this world though is a little different because I have had well, it's different from the Bedrock edition because it doesn't have the same land. It has different land altogether. It's like it's weird, and I'm honestly, it's so weird having to go through the three versions of it. But if you go this way, after a while, you'll hit the old Bluesville, um, and I found that little area, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna build there, and that's what we're gonna be building today. But I wanted to show you what I mean by how it was weird. I used the Universal Minecraft tool, and I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. But I did use the Universal Minecraft tool about a couple years ago to convert all this over. Now it was called something else. It was called like Universal Minecraft Converter at the time. Um, and they had it to where you'd only have to pay like once a month, or no, not even once a month. You just had to pay one time, and then you got like a whole month. It wasn't a subscription base, and then they turned it into being a subscription base, which I don't really like the whole subscription thing. I mean, I have subscriptions, but if I could get rid of them, I would. But they help build my credit, and that's the only reason why I'm keeping them right now. Well, that and the fact that I also use them too. I use them, um, but I've got way too many of them already. I've come into that part of my life where I got way too many. I got to get rid of some, and I don't want to get rid of some. I'd rather get rid of them on my terms instead of them getting canceled because I can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those types of things. So, um, yeah, and don't mind any additional background noise. I got a cat, so the cat is going to be, trying to get on my lap, and um, probably going to be meowing. And then you're going to hear probably Lucy in the background as well, because she's going to be barking at all the cats that are outside. We have a bunch of feral cats outside. They're barn kitties, and they help. I don't even know where the hell I am right now. This is new territory right here. This is new land. I have no idea where I'm at. I think I'm on the wrong side of the mountain. Like this is the one mountain that I'm recognized with. Um, but yeah, so this is that. This will be available for you guys to watch afterwards as well. So if you guys are watching afterwards, hello. I hope that everything is coming through correctly and that there's no lag or no dropping of frames. So far, I've been unaware of any dropping frames. So, um, anywho's, yeah. So I've done some things. I've made some things. The problem that I've been having lately is that like I come up with the idea, and then I start editing the video after I record the video, and then I get bored afterwards. Like I just get really bored of what I'm doing, and then I can't get out of that bored state. You know, I think I just have to change something in my videos to make it a little bit more fun. Um, but like a lot of my videos are pretty much me just rambling most of the time. And, like my most recent video, which I'm going to have to redo, um, is a Criminal Minds video that I was going to do like a while ago. And then of course the strike happened, and it just didn't seem right to um, make videos while the strike was happening, because I would think it'd be in poor taste. You know, get down, get. I don't know what you're chewing on. And so I didn't know, and so I decided not to post. But then I was also like extremely busy around that time too, so I had really no time to record anything or edit anything. And honestly, like I barely had time to play any games to begin with. So, um, and the reason why I'm not doing webcam anymore is because my setup is a little different than how it used to be. It used to be a lot better, and then I moved it out of the way. I have a heater now, so I had to move some things out of the way in my room. So I had to put my desk where it is now. And at first, I was okay with it, but then I liked the old way better because I had like a background already. I don't like the background that I have currently. I could always get a green screen, but oh well, that's probably not going to happen. Um, oh, a couple other things. So the videos are going to come out. I don't know. I get to the point where like I'm editing the video and I'm just like, how is this adding anything new onto what the video is supposed to be about. You know, I used to really, I used to go more in depth before about, you know, movies and TV shows and things like that. Um, you know, and I'm like, I just don't know, because like it seems like you guys really like the shorter formed content better. You know, lately that's what's been working a lot better for me. Is like I'll just, you know, get a video out, like a 6 minute video, and you guys seem to like those videos a lot more. Those seem to be a little bit more, you know, palatable instead of the long, drawn out videos that I do normally. You know, so we'll just see how this stream does. I'm assuming that there's going to be some people that are going to be upset that it's not ASMR. But that's another thing that I need to talk about. I can't go back to doing ASMR. I Part of me is just I'm not happy with the ASMR community as of right now. And that's mainly one of the reasons on why I don't want to go back to it, is because they made it, well, how do I say this in YouTube terms so I don't get like my account banned? They made it real um bad boy, you know, bad boyish. How do I say that without getting banned? Um, they made it really weird, you know, like ASMR always had that weird aspect to it altogether, because from an outsider's perspective, not everybody gets that whole ASMR experience. Um, but some people do. And I do get it, but I don't watch ASMR anymore because I just don't feel it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe I'm just watching the wrong people, but also like I've been, again, so busy, so stressed out that, you know, I may get back into it eventually when things start to clear up a little bit, but I don't think it's something that I want to do full time at least. You know, I think eventually we all sort of grow out of things that we used to do, and that's something that I just have grown out of. I feel weird doing it. You know, I know that I don't have any new sounds to do. You know, it's one of those things where it's like you always have to have like a new sound. It feels like, you know. And then there's so many other people that have better setups than I do altogether, that, you know, and I mean, the point that I'm going to make in a couple minutes is going to completely dilute that whole point altogether. But I don't like how weird the community is getting, and how, you know, on Twitch it's sad, because like I started doing ASMR as like, oh well, this is like a new trend, you know, this is something that, like, I never saw it as being something that would take off. I just thought, okay, well maybe I'll just give this a try, you know. And so I tried it and people really liked it. And then I got on the high of it. I'm not gonna lie, I got on the high of it, but I never wanted it to be something weird. I never wanted it to be something disrespectful to the community as a whole, or just overall. Just, I never wanted it to be like a bad influence on people. You know what I'm saying? And now you got people that are just ruining the community. Um, that just makes me really sad, because it's like that's not what it was supposed to be about. What it was supposed to be about is helping people relax. It was supposed to be like more of like a hobby, something that people do to make people relax. Um, and I know like it's kind of weird, but like there's a sense of like, you know, like when you go into the doctor's office, right? And there's like, I don't know. You know, I really don't like going into the doctors because like nowadays they just tell you what's wrong straight out. They just tell you, yeah, you have this and this and this and this and this. You know, they don't even try anymore to hide it or something, you know. And then they try to give you a bunch of medication to help it, you know. Um, but no, like when you go into the doctor's office, there's like a sense of calmingness. I don't know, a sense of not warmth. I don't want to say warmth, but it's just weird, you know. There's like a sense of like, this is kind of nice. This feels nice, you know. This setting feels nice. I don't know. It's just there's a sense of relaxation when you go into like an office or something. It's just relaxing. Or when you go and you I don't know, maybe you get a haircut at the barber or something. You know, there's just like a sense of, you know, they're being delicate with your scalp and stuff, and like they're. I went to a black barber shop one time, and honestly, that's the best haircut I've ever gotten was from them. I thought about going back because that place was amazing. Um, but you know, because they take their time. A lot of people nowadays just they go too fast, you know, and then like your hair doesn't look that great, and you know, I wish I had a barbershop around here that was a black barbershop because they really do a great job. They are very detailed oriented about what they do. So, um, but like I said, you know, it's just like to me, part of me, I can't get behind what the ASMR community is doing right now, and I know it's not everybody. And I'm not trying to punish people because obviously you guys want to see that, but at the same time, it's like I'm not going to support something that is a bad influence on people, that is, you know, ruining something that wasn't supposed to be like that. You know, it was supposed to be more lighthearted and not weird in any means, you know. Um, See, this is where it kind of cuts off. I've done some things. I want to show you what I've done so far in this world. So let me just tell you. But yeah, like I'm saying, like I'm one of those people where I'm okay with not doing it for now. You know, you could say I'm going on strike for it, but I want the ASMR community to get better. I want it to go back to the way it was, where people were just making sounds and that was it, you know? Then, you know, like the ear cupping was normal to me. That was normal. The ear cupping was, you know, cupping somebody's ears. That's normal. But then it just got really weird and it went into a different community altogether, and it just I think we should rally against it because it's horrible. It's horrifying to see something so innocent turn into something so brutal and just gross and overall just nasty. Um, and I don't support it whatsoever. I think it's really bad to support something like that. Um, but yeah, so um, but I will say that there is something that I'm going to be working on. Well, that I am working on, and it's just starting very slow. Well, first of all, there's a lot of things I'm working on as it is, and so I had to finish up some projects before I'm able to do the project that I want to do next. But I do want to start doing different things with my channel and branching out a little bit. And I've been saying this for years, but this is the year that I actually want to start branching out and doing something different. And so later on this year, you'll see what that content is. And let me just tell you, it's a hobby. It's a hobby. And I like the idea of this being like a hobby channel. And so maybe there might be a whole new community that's going to be involved with this as well, of people joining. Um, well, I've been taking down that mountain, and I've been trying to get some stuff. Oh, let me just show you this. But as I'm showing you this, I'm just going to talk to you about something that's going to be happening. So first of all, yes, I am working on the FOF pack, the new one. There was going to be an FOF anonymous story update. There was one, but that wasn't the one it was going to be. It was going to be a different one besides that one. But then some stuff happened, and I honestly, with everything that's on my load right now, you know, these are all the chests that I put up because I'm trying to collect dirt and cobblestone. Um, I'm going to just put those in there. So then I have some dirt for projects that I plan on doing. So, but like I was saying earlier, there is a lot of, you know, stuff I'm working on this year. One of the things is, of course, the Christmas pack, and that is something that is in very early development. Um, and I don't know when you'll start to see some of it, but it's in very, 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 very early development. I just started producing some stuff. I can't show you it right now, but I just started producing some stuff with it. So hopefully soon I'll be able to show you. And then I have some other things that I'm working on as well. Like I said, the hobby. I'm gonna just reveal it right now. Um, is gonna be something very interesting. Okay, and it's gonna be saltwater aquariums. I have been researching, and I think I'm actually going to do it. And I think it could produce a lot of content. I'm not doing it just for the content. I'm doing it because, honestly, I've been trying to relieve some stress from myself, and I don't want to do ASMR as doing that, you know. And I figured, why not do some saltwater aquarium stuff? I may even do freshwater to start with, but maybe I don't know. Um, we'll have to see. But I'm researching everything, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do it. You know, and I know I gotta be more than just thinking about doing it. But hey, hey! Stop that! Stop it! Stop! That was a cat. That was Shishi. Meow. Um. Anyways, so she wait, I I have started to research, and it won't be like right now. We're not going to be doing it like immediately, but like in the near future is what I want to say. So further down the line, not right this minute, um, which is great because it gives me time to research, do some things, and hopefully plan for it. And I'm thinking about doing like coral, maybe some hermit crabs, and maybe some coral, clownfish, hermit crabs. Only if I need crabs. So I don't know if I'm really gonna go with crabs. I might just go with shrimp. Shrimp and clownfish and things like that. But and coral, of course. We can't do coral without doing. I mean, we can't do clownfish without doing coral. Coral, jeez, tongue twisters, man. Oh, it was bad yesterday because yesterday was a freight day for my work, and I kept getting Dawn and Downy mixed up. So we were trying to look for the Downy. Well, we found the Downy, but we were trying to look for the Dawn. And I kept getting it mixed up with the Downy. So I was like, so are we still looking for the Downy? I mean, the Dawn? I mean, the Downy? Like, I was so confused. It was so funny. Um, things you say at a grocery store, you know? Man, I feel like I go full into customer service mode when I'm even not working. Like I'll just be like, "Have a great day. How are you?" You know, like, "Hey, how are you? You're good. Good. That's great. Have you been? Awesome." You know? And so one day I was like super duper tired. I mean, to the point where like because I was like working 11 to 10s. Like so I was working 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then I was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning because my mom still gives me rides because I still don't have a driver's license, which I'm working on that. I need to get that. And that's another thing I'm working on. That will come before the saltwater. Um, but okay, so uh, I was like super duper tired, you know, and I was going on my lunch because literally I only had like maybe an hour of sleep that prior night, so it was just like, oh my god, like just no sleep whatsoever, you know, and I'm just like, oh. you know, fuck, you know, like, man. Anyway, so I ended up um like saying, like, as I was saying, I was like really tired, you know, and I was checking out an item, you know, to go on my lunch. And um I asked the cashier, which is my coworker, if she would like a receipt, even though I was the one purchasing the item for myself. So I was like, "Would you like a receipt?" Like straight up to her. And she just started laughing her ass off. She was just like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious." You know, just she died, you know, she was dying laughing. And I'm just like, "Oh my god." You know, that's so funny. And like there's other things, and then like I tend to drop things, you know, and so like things will fly across the room on accident. I don't throw things intentionally, but like sometimes it'll fall out my hand and then it will just like disappear. I swear it's like Casper is just trying to like knock it out of my hand. um but yeah, no, so I've had some moments of, and then I started dreaming about work, and you know it's really bad when you start dreaming about work because it's always the weirdest stuff. Like none of it makes any sense whatsoever, but yet it applies in some way. You know, it's just that weird thing of like, because like you'll have a dream, and then it's like, yeah, no, I could see that coworker doing that. I could absolutely see that coworker doing whatever the dream was. You know, and like it's so weird. Um, but yeah, so that's sort of where my brain has been at. Also, if you're on my Twitter, a bunch of random people are starting to follow me on Twitter, and I don't know where they have come from. Okay, I think my account probably got hacked at some point because these people within the last like, hey, hey, stop, get down, stop that. Um, so I have like been trying to um figure some stuff out, you know, with that. But wait, what was I saying? I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't remember what I was saying. I got so much stored up in my brain right now. I was saying something important though about something. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember what I was. I was literally just talking about it too. I was just now talking about it. I don't know. I it popped out of my brain. What was I talking about? I almost want to rewatch it just to see what I was talking about. I have no idea. I have genuinely no idea what I was talking about. Um oh, about dreams. No. I think maybe it was dreams. Cuz I said something about um I said something about like dreams. I remember talking about dreams, but I genuinely do not remember what I was just talking about. So that's kind of it's kind of historic for me. Well, not really. Um. Anyways, um. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I really I was interested in talking about it and I just completely forgot about it. So I if I remember later, I will continue to talk about it. But I have no idea what I was talking about. So yeah. Um what was I going to talk about? Oh, well, I don't know. So I'm working on some things. Um what was I going to say? I'm just so brain dead right now. I I mean, I'm brain dead regardless, but hey, quit that. She's trying to get all of my stuff. Um Anywho's. So yeah, that's sort of what my goal has been lately. Sure. Excuse the yawn. I got sleep last night, but I don't know. But oh, I'm on a new schedule though. I only work 3 days a week, so you might be able to see more of these things. I know most of the first hour so far, well, half hour at least I should say, has been me just going back and forth. But um, oh, I have so many good things I want to talk about. So many amazing things, and I think that it's great to talk about these things. So I have something that I want to talk about. I have two main topics that I want to talk about. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the Wizards of Waverly Place news that came out recently about how they're doing a sequel series. Notice how I'm saying a sequel series and not a reboot. That's because it's a sequel series. That's why it's supposed to be kind of different, you know? It's supposed to be sort of weird and different and new. I don't think modern day Wizards of Waverly Place would work with the old format that they were using. I don't think it would work. Um, I'm a little bit conflicted. I'm not gonna lie. I like the premise. I'm one of those people that actually enjoy the premise. Um, I'm sure that they're gonna give it their all. There's a lot of original people that are gonna hopefully be coming back for the show, and I hope that they don't. I hope that they. I hope that they don't scrap the show. I have a feeling that this is gonna be one of those things that just really works. I don't know about y'all, but because like I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Oh no, it's not gonna work." I'm like, okay, but we haven't even given it a chance yet. You know, we haven't even given it a chance yet. There's a chance that it might just work out. It might just be something that people are looking for. Um, and and so that's something you got to think about. Um, But the whole, oh, it's not going to work. It's like, well, how do you know it's not going to work? I mean, you can say the same thing about me as about how like, oh, how do you know it's going to work? I think if they do it right, if they play their cards right, and they have a lot of cards in their hand to play. They have Selena Gomez coming back, hopefully for a recurring role, not just a guest star. I know they say guest star, but that could just be for the first episode, and that she might become like a recurring guest star that pops in every now and again, which I'm okay with. um Another thing, like I'm okay with this being Justin's story. At first I was kind of like, well, I don't know, but then I'm like, well, I mean, it is a sequel series. It's not supposed to be, you know, a reboot or a reunion or anything like that. We talked about these differences in the past, on my channel, and maybe I should link those below. But no, it's not one of those things. It's a sequel. Um, and so I already knew based off of that it's gonna be different, but it's gonna be okay. It's a comfort show in its own way, but it's gonna be okay. I just hope that it, brings in the old audience back. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that it's intriguing because from what I've seen, and I don't know if modern day Disney can really do it justice, but we'll see. Like I said, they have a lot of cards that they're playing. Don't play them all at once, though. Um, I'm intrigued though with the mysterious stuff that's going on at WizTech. That intrigues me. That's a nice hook right there. That's a really nice hook. So I think that it's going to be something very popular. I think people are gonna like it. I think that there's gonna be something for everybody. Um, of course, they're gonna gear it more towards kids, I think, but we'll just have to see. Um, One thing that I really hope that they stay away from is that generic flat feeling that a lot of modern sitcoms have, and just modern things in general. Like, haven't you noticed? Because I notice this all the time, but haven't you guys noticed that lately it feels like a lot of the times when you see like an old product that you always buy, right? And then they change your logo for some reason into this really flat, generic looking logo. Oh, hi, Zach. Um, they uh, they change it into this very generic looking logo that just meh, it's just very flat, very like it's almost faded, and it's just why. There's a lot of questions that I ask, and for me, it's like one of those things where um, I don't like when people do that, and I think that modern day stuff just feels so generic. I grew up in the early 2000s, so with the early 2000s, the whole big thing was not to be flat, but to be 3D. 3D was a big deal in the early 2000s. And then like 2015 was a weird year for everybody, okay? Let's just be real. Um but no, like it's just like things have been so modern lately and flat that it's just like you almost want to bring back those logo designs, and I think it's a great idea to bring those back. I think to get rid of them altogether was a horrible idea. um, and then like you got also the small businesses too. One of those is quite interesting. I can't talk about it on this uh, stream, um, because YouTube will probably flag it if I do. But um, there's a person who uh, was on a TV series at one point, and I mean, he was known for his role as the main character of a show, and he built his brand recently within the last 4 years. Well, I want to say 4 to 5 years. He's built his brand around his character. So he has his own company, which I think this is just really cool. Using assets you already have, instead of having to make new assets altogether, is a really cool way of continuing your brand. And, you know, I think it's interesting, um, and it's intriguing. And I'm honestly very excited to see what the future holds for this brand. All I know is that um, he, I count him as being part of like the small business club. He's just um, he is a small business person. His business is not huge. It's becoming more well known, but it's not in any means massive. Meaning that um, he's pretty much starting out still. Because small businesses, they take time before they're really successful. He has had partnerships in the past, and he's done some amazing things with his brand. And honestly, I think y'all should go check him out. But I can't say who it is because YouTube will flag it, because the products that he sells, the, YouTube isn't a huge fan of. So, um, so yeah, I don't want to I don't want to get in trouble, um, which I honestly wish that people weren't so um weird about this type of product, as far as like you can't even talk about it on some platforms because there's censorship. And I don't want to be censored because I'm talking about something that has actually been beneficial and has been proven healthy to a lot of people. And it could be considered one of those. It used to be considered as a bad thing, to some people, and it still kind of is to some people. But um, and I think y'all know what I'm talking about when I talk about this type of stuff. It's um, and trust me, I haven't done any of it. It's not the big F. Okay, it's not the big F. Um, it starts with, like, it's a three-letter word. Okay, that people use, that is actually very helpful and can be considered to be, in some matters, can be considered to be a form of medication for people who are ill, or for people who uh, say say you have like a bad arm or something. You put that on your arm. It also helps with inflammation. It comes in a lot of different varieties. Um, so it could come as a lotion. So I think y'all get the basic gist, you know. Um, anyways, he sells that type of stuff, and he is so good at being genuine. And I think it's it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird to see somebody like that being genuine with their products, when you know that we basically have been lied to by so many products in the past. Um, and I'm not saying that his product isn't, like, I'm actually praising him for his products and for his business, because he comes off as being very genuine, being a very sweet, nice guy, um, that just wants to help people. And I think his intentions are very pure with what he does. So he's an amazing person, though. He really is. And if you guys follow him on Instagram, um, be sure to follow him if you haven't already, because he does a lot of sales and stuff for his products. And he's wonderful with his promotions. He's really wonderful, and he describes what a lot of people feel in their lives, and he does it in a very unique way. And he's a great guy, really great guy. Highly recommend his products. I wish I could try him in Idaho, but I can't. Um, I don't think I can, at least. But I don't really have a use. But I could see it being useful for certain things. So I personally don't have a use for it as of right now. But um, I like to just support people who are small businesses, because these people, they need our help. They're not big box stores, and I really hope that he doesn't sell out and become this major, you know, or become affiliated with this like major company. You know what I'm saying? Um, he deserves, you know, to earn something from it, obviously. But I really hope that he doesn't become like one of those major corporations that, are nowadays, where, you just sort of lose the point of your whole business, because you're more focused on money and not so focused on, you know, having good products and having a genuine conversation with your consumers. Um, I don't think he's going to sell out, but there's a chance that he might. He might realize that the business is not, doing well on his own, that he might need some help. But he's done partnerships, and he's done meet and greets. And like I said, like, I haven't been able to go to these meet and greets, but if you have the chance to go to these meet and greets, go go to them. They're great. You get a picture, you get to ask him questions, you get to learn more about his products. He also has other products as well, like merchandise and things like that. So go support him. um, because he's a really great guy. I'm not sponsored by him, by the way. Mainly just somebody who I've seen his old stuff. He created 2 TV shows. Well, I think he co-created the first one, but he basically he came up with the idea. Um, and his character is so funny. Oh my god! And he still has that. He still has that personality that he had before, and his timing. Oh my god, his comedic timing is perfect. It is honestly perfect. And he left Hollywood to go pursue his other business, like his actual business. And I think that's just cool. And the fact that Hollywood let him take uh his other persona in a way, with him, I think is just really cool. So, um the one thing that I'm worried about when it comes to bigger corporations taking over smaller businesses is that oftentimes, like I said, they tend to lose the point of why the business was created to begin with. The business was created to serve a purpose for people, right? And when you become a big box corporation, you tend to miss the point. You tend to miss the idea of what the original plot was. Why were you bringing, you know, the business all together, Um things tend to get changed around, not all the time, but things eventually, like, people would lose the the mascot, you know, and the mascot would be replaced with somebody else, and you would lose the charm. I think the mascot as a whole adds a lot of charm altogether. The fact that he still has that mascot altogether is just, it surprises me after all these years. Um, but yeah, no, you lose the charm. I feel like that company would completely lose all of its charm if they sold out. Um, you know, uh, it's a business that's still trying to find itself, so it's still pretty new, but the gears have been turning for a while now, and you know, he just keeps making these amazing decisions, and he works extremely hard on all of what he does. Um, and so he's a very hard worker. And hey, if he's looking for anybody who's doing like a remote position, I would be down to help him in any means possible. Absolutely, 100%. If he needs like a customer support person, I could be there. Of course, I have to test the products first in order to understand the products better. Um, you can't just automatically be that without knowing what the products do. You have to test them out first. You have to see what they do for you as a consumer. Um, and hey, stop that. But yeah, so um, I'm waiting on this cobblestone right now. Hello to everyone who has joined. Oh, oh yeah, I was talking about my Twitter. That's what I was talking about. So my Twitter has been doing this weird thing lately where a lot of people are not subscribing, but they're following me on Twitter, but they don't have any posts or anything like that. And it seems like a bunch of bot accounts because of the frequency of how many I've had lately. Um, I need to contact X support because I don't know if those are legitimate people or if they are bots. So, um, I'm not botting them. They just they. I mean, I've gotten like almost 10 followers in the past. Like, well, actually, I've gotten over that. Like 126 followers now. So, and I had like I think 111, like less than a week ago. Like we're talking. This is within like 3 days. Stop that, baby. But this is like within 3 days of and I haven't posted anything lately that's been that great. Like I don't even like I'm not even subscribed to Twitter, you know, anymore. So I'm not I don't know. Like I'm not trying to bot, but like and they could be real people. They could be, but they just have no like I would think that at least a couple of them would have posts if it was real. Um but no. None of them have anything. They have a lot of followers. They just don't have a whole. Unless somebody decided to do one of those posts where they mentioned me in there, and I don't think that they have because I would have gotten a notification about that. But because some people would be like, "Oh, well, follow these people," you know. Um, but I don't think that that happened because I would have gotten a notification about that, and I would have been aware of that situation. I could have just found a bunch of people that found me or something. I don't know. You know, if they're real people, they would have posts though. They would have at least one or two, maybe more. You know, and especially if they have 60 followers, they would have people. They would absolutely have people. Um, and some of these profiles don't even look real, too. And it's just, I don't want to be held liable for it. I'm not botting. At least not to my knowledge, I'm not botting. But how's everybody doing though? Mm, mm, mm. Oh, dude, I'm hungry. I need to make something for myself to eat. We were supposed to have chili tonight, so I'm hoping that when I go back in there, that we'll have chili. That's why this stream might be a little shorter. Oh, I already got a bunch of stone. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put more in there though because I'm gonna need more. Anyways, I should probably get off though. I just want to do like a quick little stream, just test it out. I probably will do a stream on Thursday, most likely. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, then. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you did, thank you. And